Yesterday, we let you know about the new drip feed bonuses for the bounty hunter, 2 times XP and 2 times money on all the new prestigious legendary bounties. And let me tell you, we grinded a little bit on Tuesday night, and man, it is amazing. We got an awesome method so you can make the most money this week right now. Howdy Cowpoke, Austin BMX here. Thanks for checking out today's video. If you go on to like this video, make sure to smash the like button. If you're new around here, consider subscribing to the channel for more Red Dead Online content, including tips and tricks, news updates, gameplay, just good old-fashioned fun. That is right, this week in Red Dead Online, we have Bounty Hunter Week. Now, there's some pretty good bonuses here. We've had some other bonuses in the past, but this week we have double roll XP and double Red Dead Online cash for all the prestigious legendary bounties. Now you do get 50% bonus cash on all the other legendary bounties, but we're gonna be talking about the prestigious ones here because the payout is insane. As everybody's aware, bounties and every other timed event in this game have a curved growth on how much time you spend in the event. For legendary bounties, we always recommend, if you wanna grind and get the most, spend 30 minutes in those bounties. The reason for that is because the cooldown, it's best to get the most you can out of every time you can get into those bounties. So this week, with the 30-minute bounty, you actually make $445 in each prestigious bounty 5-star. That's insane. You also make over 4,000 roll XP within that same bounty. Now, of course, that is with the prestigious bounties. That includes Beau, Carmela, and Virgil. I wouldn't recommend doing Carmela because you will lose tonics in that. That is still a glitch that we focused on and covered on Monday. So if you guys haven't seen that yet, make sure to check out the link here in this video. I highly recommend doing Virgil and Beau. The money and the payout we're going to be talking about is a 5-star, bringing them in alive. So, you know, best case scenario. Again, bringing in a 5-star prestigious bounty alive this week will grant you $445 as a posse leader or solo. Also grant you just over 4,000 roll XP to go towards your awards, and it will get you 0.48 gold bars as well, almost a half a gold bar. Now, we did spend some time in these bounties with the posse and work on a pretty cool method that I don't think I've mentioned or even done very much in the past. We actually had to do some testing to see if it worked. But as we know, bounties, legendary bounties, and infamous bounties each have a 48-minute cooldown when you do one. That means once you finish those bounties, there's a 48-minute cooldown before you can start another bounty. Now, that only is the case for the person starting the bounty. Whoever is starting the bounty had to have waited 48 minutes between the last time they did either a legendary bounty or an infamous bounty if that's the way you want to go. So what you could do and what we worked out is have a 4-person posse, and you can do a pretty good rotation. So with a 4-person team, you actually can rotate your posse leaders out and also rotate out who actually is taking a break from the bounties to get their cooldown together. And in a 4-hour time frame, all 4 members can get 4 bounties done. As you guys know, if you watch the channel, I'm a little bit of a nerd. I got a little bit of a spreadsheet built here. I'll show it on screen right now. Right here, the spreadsheet shows we have 4 players. Player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4. We also have 5 rounds of playing. Each one of those rounds is going to be 48 minutes because of the cooldown. So that's 4 hours total. That's a good benchmark to look at because 4 hours is about the exact same time it takes to max out Trader. So we can kind of compare this method via sitting on the Trader for a little bit there. So during this 4-hour time period with 4 players, each player will need to sit out 1 bounty. During that time sitting out, they could get themselves a moonshiner together, do some collecting, and do regular bounties if they want. And then right after they sit out, they will become the posse leader because that means that they have no more cooldown and can get that set up for the rest of the team. So in this scenario, you can see that player 1 sits out for the first round. Player 2, player 3, and player 4 are all in player 4's posse. They go do the bounty. They spend 30 minutes in the bounty. They get max payout. Once they get out of the bounty, you only got a couple more minutes, and then player 1's cooldown is done. Then player 1 can become the posse leader. Player 3 and player 4 can go do a bounty with them, and player 2 will sit out. They go do their bounty, take 30 minutes to do the bounty, get the max payout, come back into free roam, meet up with your friends. At that point, you could even do player 2's moonshine delivery with them, and then player 2 will become the posse leader because they just sat out and their cooldown is gone. So then at that point, player 2 becomes the posse leader. Player 1 and player 4 go ahead and join them and do the bounty. Player 3 sits out. And then just like that, on the 4th round, after player 3 sits out, player 3 becomes the posse leader. And you just keep doing that. If you could see right here, we spent 5 rounds doing this and rotating through who sits out and then becomes the posse leader. After all that, it's 4 hours total, just 4 hours because it's 48-minute cooldown. Everybody made over $1,600. Now, of course, the last round, everybody can go ahead and join if you guys are ready to stop. If you're not ready to stop, you're gonna have to continue the rotation and keep going if you want. But everybody was able to join round 5. So player 4 did get a little more money because they were the posse leader for 2 times instead of just 1 like everybody else. But just over $1,600 for everybody in 4 hours. Everybody got to do 4 bounties and everybody only had to sit out 1 time. Now this may seem kind of confusing, but if you look at the spreadsheet here, it actually does lay it out fairly well. Just takes a little bit of planning with your team, get it all set up, and you guys can grind quite a lot of stuff with this. Some good things to do while you're in the bounty and you're hanging out, waiting for that 30-minute mark. You actually can do collecting as well while you're in that bounty. So the players that are in the bounty can be doing collecting while they're in that bounty. You can collect anything that's static: cards, eggs, flowers, bottles, family heirlooms, even any jewelry that's static. So check the John Ropke map and look for all that stuff around the area that you're in, and you can do a whole bunch of collecting. The person that's sitting out can have their moonshine going. They could be doing collecting at the same time too. They also could be running their own low-level bounties if they want and make some money that way as well and get tons of cash in this 4 hours. One of the other great things about this, of course, is the fact that you get gold with this. You get 0.48 gold bars every time you do a bounty. So if you do 4 bounties in this method, everybody does 4 bounties, that's just under 2 gold bars. And then you get enough XP by doing all this during this week's bonus that you actually will get 10,000 XP by doing this, and you can trade it in if you're rank 30 and get another half gold bar. So almost 2.5 gold bars by doing this method as well. That's a pretty awesome bonus. So to look back, this week's bonus is double roll XP and double cash on all prestigious legendary bounties. I highly recommend doing Beau. Beau's pretty easy, even at 5-star. I was able to get it done with all the players here pretty easily. I haven't done Virgil at 5-star yet, so I'm not quite there. And then Carmela, I mean, there's a big bug right now losing tonic, so I highly recommend staying away from that one until they get it fixed. Even doing this solo, like I said, you can grind pretty easily, use the methods we talked about, and you can actually make $445 every time you do the bounty, and half a gold bar, and 4,000 XP. So let me know down in the comments, you guys should be grinding out the bounty this week and making some pretty good money and XP, and some fairly good gold as well. If you guys need players or friends to help in the community to do this method if you'd like, definitely join our Discord. All kinds of amazing people over there. I've been noticing them today. They're already grinding like crazy. So jump over to our Discord, hook up with some friends on all 3 platforms, and have a great time. Again, if you guys like this video or helped you out, make sure to smash a like button. If you're new around here, consider subscribe to the channel for more Red Line content, including tips and tricks, news updates, gameplay, just good old-fashioned fun. Hope to see you on the prairie sometime, but until then, see you later.